Hello, I wanted to show this Peavey Encore. I've seen a number of videos on this Peavey Encores, and though they're kind of comprehensive, they really don't show you something what I think is real important. It has a little bit of a hum. Not sure if you can hear that. Ears off. Little bit of a hum there, but it seemed to work fine. So you've got your normal channel, so to speak, and it's push pull bright, and then you've got the pump, which is more like this distortion channel, and this is your master volume when you're using the pump. Now, so you can, it's interesting because when you don't have the foot switch in, then all these three are working together. See, so you can dial in your tone, and it's cool like that, and that's why all the other videos have showed you what to do. But if you were to take any kind of switch, this is not a Peavey switch, any basic switch, as long as it's ring tip sleeve, a stereo switch, and plug it into the back. Now you can turn on and off the reverb with this one, and then you do the channel switching with this button right here. Notice that now the light is off, the pump light is off. So if I hit the green button here, the pump light comes back on. But what's interesting about it now is that, notice that these don't make any difference now. This is it by itself with no master volume. That's why I like to run it, actually. See that? So I got those all the way up, and they don't change this at all. Big difference. So I turn these off. Now, because I like to do all styles of music, a lot of country and a lot of rock and roll, that's why I run it. I just run it just with this. And then I got my pedal board, which if I want a little boost, I put a little compression on it, or whatever, and it's real nice for getting that kind of thing. Anyway, it's get you a much nicer clean tone, I think, like this. The push pull stuff doesn't work anymore because that's not on. The push pull for the bright works good. I like the bright. I'm just playing a cheap Mexican Strat here. Kind of loud. Here's a single coil. There's a. Get dirty, I can just set this up however I want that to be when I turn the distortion on. So now I'll turn the distortion on, hit the button here, that light will come on. I get as distorted as I want, and then as loud as I want. If I click the button, instantly I'm back to my country sound. That's all I wanted to show, because nobody shows you how to actually have those be isolated channels on, and that's the coolest thing about this amp, I think. That's with a single coil pickup, so it's kind of loud, kind of noisy. But I like the single coil tone, even though it's got that the noise. Anyhow, oh, and then the presence, of course. So this all works pretty cool, but best with the switch, though. That's the only way you can isolate those two channels.